What do we got? Oh, shit. Welcome. That's not what I wanted to move. Welcome, Sarah. Sorry, my voice is a little quiet compared to the music. I'm still getting stuff hammered out. It's probably also pretty phasey. Let me see if I can fix that. You know, honestly, I don't have to fix it. I could just not talk through Logic. Does guitar sound familiar to anybody? The classical guitar I'm using this, which I recorded like 20 takes of every section yesterday, so I'm probably not going to be recording any more of it, but I'm going to be mixing it and you'll be hearing a lot of it, but what you're hearing right now is the same guitar I used for the Fever Dreamless demo like forever ago, and I don't think I've played it on a song. I don't think I've played it on a song in like 7 years, so. Oh yeah, I was writing a bunch of Etc. reverse shit the other day while just like listening to this on loop. Okay. Once I get things set up, I have some show and tell for y'all. There's a lot of things I gotta talk about. The fucking sus4. Was listening to the old Carcat voice. Yep, this is that. This is that guitar. These are not the best takes, but I assure you, I've gotten a bit better at playing it. Always feels like I'm out of time. I could have slept more when I had it. I shouldn't take so much for granted. Out of my mind. I know God's begging me to sleep when I know what's keeping me up. Yeah. Welcome Sarah, welcome Fazerix. Welcome, Leigh Williams. So, let me really quick notate all the things I need to fucking talk about today, so I don't miss anything. God, I'm using my phone out of its case right now, and I'm realizing just how thin this is, and I'm scared now. Alright, let me put myself on screen here. Oh, that's Moonhead. Anyway. Welcome. I'm gonna do a little bit of show and tell. Over this music here, this somber, sad music. So it is, Sunday. It is the 27th of October in 6 days. I'm going to Minneapolis to shoot a video with a friend of mine, D Notive, who did the like dark synthwave. My friend D Notive, who did the synthwave version of Bite Me on the Jacqueline EP. I featured in one of their songs, and I am going to be flying out so we can do a music video driving in his Trans Am through some fall leaves. So I've been both trying to crack down on everything, but also take it easy and be easy on myself, so I don't go there looking like the fucking Crypt Keeper. When I'm here giving tours of the theater, it's fine if I look like the... It's fine if I look like the Crypt Keeper. I shouldn't choke. But, it's gonna be lots about me, so I just wanna... I don't wanna look bad. Like flying out for like 3 days to do a video with no second chances. Okay, is the chat showing up? Should be. Anyway. So I'm drinking some fucking stomach sludge, which I haven't had on stream for a very long time. Because I didn't have time to eat. I was up here until 10:30. Or I was down here until 10:30. And then, I saw that somebody with the same name as me, not the same name, but the same last name as me, is a multi-instrumentalist, and was playing at a bar 2 blocks from my house. And I went, bought their album. Look at that shit. We don't actually know if they're if we're related. I haven't got a chance to listen to this because I actually don't own anything that reads discs. So I'm gonna probably be utilizing this later. What's stomach sludge? Okay. Yeah, I love talking about this shit. So, so there's ways to like help your digestion and stuff. Let me just pause this music because it's distracting me. So there's ways to help your digestion, basically, with different like natural remedies and things, because like so much of like how your stomach feels and how much like energy you produce is based on the microbiome in your gut. I talk about this shit a lot. You can go look up the microbiome. It's very important. It makes serotonin. So so this looks fucking, it's like black. It's like there's no charcoal in this though. This is like a little bit of spinach, like cooked spinach, then like a handful of berries, just mixed berry, like frozen berry blend, then a tablespoon of chia seeds, a teaspoon approximately, maybe more, of ground ginger, which, pro tip, you can freeze ginger and it'll never fucking go bad, and you can just grate it. It's great. You know, great. And then, God, what else do you usually... apple cider vinegar, and either water or almond milk. All of those things sound terrible, but they all serve a purpose. Chia seeds, have you ever seen a chia pet? So I don't know if you younger kids know what a chia pet is. But there would be just like this pack of seeds, and you soak them, and it turns into this gel, and then you spread it on anything, and it grows. So that's crazy. These little tiny seeds both make a gel, like, fucking sphere for themselves, and also have all of the energy to grow a plant. Just spreading it on fucking ceramic, like, you can just do that? Yeah. So it turns out you can eat that shit. You shouldn't go buy a chia pet and then eat the fucking, because, like, I'm sure there's things in there that aren't simply chia seeds, but you can buy dietary chia seeds, and they balloon out, and they basically become a fiber comb, and they create, you know, a substrate for basically a petri dish for bacteria to grow in. Berries, especially like bluer and redder berries, are full of something called polyphenols. Blueberries, blackberries especially. And those are the kinds of fiber that you don't digest, but the bugs in your gut do. Chia Pets take me back. Yeah, I remember the Scooby-Doo Chia Pets. God. Ginger's good for your stomach. I think everyone knows ginger's good for your stomach. Ginger ale is not good for your stomach though, because it's full of sugar. And sugar is a stomach irritant. If you like, there's videos of, like, you know, an endoscopy of like someone putting concentrated sugar, like, you know, into the stomach and watching the fucking cells of the stomach turn red with irritation. But ginger itself is actually pretty good for digestion, and it's got some enzymes in it. The almond milk is just a substrate. What's the last thing? Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar keeps things in your stomach a little bit longer, and also, like, increases the acid content of your micro, and also it has little bits of probiotic bacteria that ferment things into being more acidic rather than being more alcoholic, which is something that can help diminish some of the alcohol-making bacteria in your gut. And I will say, this doesn't taste bad. If you added some sweetener to it, like honey or something, it could taste good, but it tastes like the equivalent of, like, a ginger cayenne kombucha. It's not, it's a potion more than it's a drink. And it's like 200, 300 calories too, because the chia seeds and other shit I put in there. So. Stomach sludge. I've been having some, like, upset stomach issues for a bit, so I didn't have time to eat, so I just threw this shit together. I was gonna put Soylent in it, but I didn't. That would have made it taste probably worse. More show and tell. I got a fucking new tarot deck. I'm just going through all this shit. And started playing this again. Just maybe a bit quieter. So, I got a new tarot deck. It's the Thoth tarot deck, and I love all of the fucking symbolism in this. It's pretty meta. People scoff at like astrology and astrophysics and shit, and like if you're living your life to put other people down through like weird intangible shit, like don't do that. But I really like the symbolism. I really like this kind of shit. Tarot cards always there's just so aesthetic. Like the face cards of each of the major arcana, and the major arcana are different. It's wands, discs, swords, and cups. Yeah. But the face cards in every one of them have like a common theme. So like the wands are like really fiery. The swords all have like this really sharp geometrical stuff to them. So like they like express this like cracked, sliced kind of like thing to them. I love this shit. And here's the thing that I don't like about most tarot decks, is they don't fucking tell you what anything means, right? Like, let's find a number card here. Yeah, so, 10 of Pentacles, which would be 10 of Discs, right? Like, it has, all the 10s are laid out in, like, Kabbalah format, which I love. I really appreciate that. But, like, this is the 10 of Discs. It just says at the bottom, wealth. No bullshit. Just, that's, like, I love that. Because 9 of Discs, gain. Like, let's see. Ooh, yeah, the cups have this, like, blue and gray thing going on. I love this shit. I am so into tarot cards. Seven of Swords is futility. I love that shit. Welcome, Haley. I'm showing off my tarot deck. And of course, I can't show this deck off without showing the Moon card. Which, I love this so much. The moon is this abstract, like, circular thing in the middle, right? And, like, it's not a waxing or waning crescent. It's on the top. It's up to interpretation what kind of crescent that is. I love it. And instead of the two dogs, there are two dogs. There's the dog and the wolf at the bottom, and they're black and very small. But they also have Anubis and Seth representing the top gods. One of my oldest friends in the furry fandom is named Seth. And my persona is a jackal, so you can figure out how much significance this has to me. Like, I swear to God, my life is a holographic projection of the Moon Tarot card. It's got all the yods in the middle, right? Like the other one did, and it's got, instead of the lobster at the bottom, it has this beetle holding it has a dung beetle holding a sun. Holding a ball of dung, probably. You might be wondering, like, oh fuck, I missed that crustacean. Where'd that crustacean go? Well, check out the sun. There he is. Fuck. Anyway. I love this shit. Alright, we're at like 10 minutes in. Ah, shit. Okay, there I am. Yeah. I don't think I have anything to show off, but there is more stuff to talk about. Something actually fucking, important. A lot of people ask me pretty often, if, like, they can do covers of my stuff, or if they can use my stuff in the background of, like, their videos or whatever. And so, you know, I got sick of telling people, like, oh, you gotta go give me $2 on this one site to go and scroll to go find them. that, you know, eventually I was, you know, like, people would have to message me personally, and I'd send them the shit because I didn't want to go through the hassle. I didn't want to explain shit. And I figured, you know, there's going to be a lot of people who just don't want to, like, approach someone, right? And so I kind of just wanted to put it out openly that you can use my shit, in fact. And, so what I'm doing now is all of the Hi-Am Case and soon the... This is really distracting me. I'm sorry. All of the Hi-Am Case albums and soon Jacquelinide and Crozide will be available on Bandcamp. Each one of these has not just the instrumental tracks, but also backing tracks with backup vocals. And if you go to the page for each one of them, just like the normal songs, they have the lyrics. So if you just want to pull up iTunes and the lyric scroller, or Apple Music now, and the lyric scroller, and like do some goddamn karaoke, you can do that. There are 97 tracks, I counted. There are 97 tracks on these 3 albums total. Each one of these is $15. So this is $15 for, what's 34 for 17 instrumental tracks. 17, 18 instrumental tracks. Trial Periods doesn't have backing vocals, so, you know. But yeah, that's all of them. So if you go to, you know, case.dog/music, like usual, you can find that. Where the fuck are my tickers? It just vanished. Oh shit, look at that. Oh, that just ain't showing up now. That's fine. Well. So that's the news. Probably not by Halloween, but in November, most likely, Jacquelinide and Crozide instrumentals will be up, packaged with all of the original, like YouTube and pre-YouTube, like Patreon, like first draft releases, like the before album releases, on everything. If I change my Patreon pledge from $1 to $2, I should have access to the instrumentals. Yes. So that's the last thing I was gonna say, is if you don't want to pay, $45 for all these 90 tracks, what you can do is pledge to my Patreon, where you get all of these as an introductory gift for the $2 pledge tier. So if you're already a patron and you pledge $1, you just have to up your pledge to $2, and you get access to all these downloads. And when Crozide and Jacquelinide come out, you will get access, or when Crozide and Jacquelinide's instrumentals come out, you will get access to those too. If you want to be a patron, like just a pitch Patreon, regardless, everything that I'm doing on this album until it's out is going to be Patreon exclusive. So there's 4 songs for this next EP that I put out on Patreon only. And if you want to go hear those, that's only $1 on Patreon. If you want to hear works in progress and like updates on stuff like this after I do it, that's $4, which is the Lunatic tier. So if you want any piece of the insider, like making of kind of stuff, check out my Patreon. There's going to be more stuff that I might be adding to, like things that I do that I'm going to be including as benefits for Patreon tiers, as like early access stuff. I'm playing with the idea of putting Etc. Reverse content and bonus Etc. Reverse content up well, for patrons as early access. And there is a not original thing that I have announced and am working on, and I don't want to say that this is going to for sure happen. But when I get the time to come back around to Karkat Runs for President, I'm thinking of, since it's going to be a little bit more editing intensive, I'm thinking of making that an early access Patreon goal of having episodes go up like a week before they usually do. So that's all my announcements. It's been a busy week. But yeah, and same thing if, like, since I put these out, if you do any covers of my stuff, I will, alerts, is that it? Yeah. Yeah. If you do any covers of my stuff and, like, tweet it and at me, I will retweet it. I don't care how good or bad you are. Karkat does what now? So on Ask Karkat Voice on Twitter, let me go there. Ask twitter.com/ask. There it is. So I'm taking questions for town hall skits, essentially. I'm going to explore the part in the epilogue where Karkat runs for president. And I'm going to be doing it in the format of town halls and later debates. And it's going to be more skit-based, but I still need questions. So... And also, I've been writing a bunch of original shit that's been due, so I really haven't had the time to just, like, crack down on some of this. I've also been genuinely putting, like, political thought into some of these questions, like, because I know what I would say for some of it, but, like, what would Karkat say? Like, so, that's a thing. And, I don't wanna say, go pledge to my Patreon, you'll get the shit early, because I'm still playing with that idea, but most likely... If you want to support me in general and make it easier for me to fucking write that shit anyway, I mean, pledge to my Patreon. But yeah. Alright, that's everything. I think that's everything out of the way. Everything. No. Okay, it's gonna be 2:20. I've spent 20 minutes talking and not doing anything. But, oh, duh. I should probably mention, and everyone's probably aware, so I don't even have to mention. Homestuck 2. I don't know what to think about this. And I have not... I have vaguely skimmed this, right? Just so vaguely skimmed this. I have not had the time to keep up with it. Oh God. I don't... But, this is a thing that's happening, and maybe what I might do is if I can clear Wednesdays, if I can clear more Wednesdays, I might do every other Wednesday being Pester Quest, and then every off Wednesday being catching up on Homestuck 2. This is ridiculous. I really don't, like, just the veneer, just the facade, just the aesthetic, you know, the sound and the connotations of saying... Homestuck 2 just started. Like, what fucking reality? What timeline are we in? Jesus. But let me say, I met Optimistic Duelist a couple years ago when they were starting doing that Homestuck Explain thing. And, fucking fandom secret, the background of my title card on stream is actually a different angle of the same place that's in the background of, Taz's videos. So, there's that. But one thing that I will say in particular is I started talking to Taz a couple years ago, and, now they're one of the writers of Homestuck 2. Huh? Like, it's. I promise this time I am serious. There is a Homestuck too. Yeah. Oh God. So this is surreal. I'm just gonna say that. Fucking wild. Yeah. Yeah, this whole thing is wild. Um, but let's get into recording this here song. I might edit some of the guitars as I go because they fuck up a couple times, and I don't know if that's gonna make me mess up my vocals, but we'll see. Okay. Always feels like I'm out of time. Let's not talk about predators in my stream. Thanks. Always feel like I'm out of time. I could have slept more when I had it. I shouldn't take so much for granted. Out of my mind. I know God's begging me to sleep, but I know what's keeping me up. Alright, so this song right now is 6.5 minutes long, and I don't want it to be. And so some of the sections here, because it was just like a loose arrangement of me kind of taking stuff and moving it around. But I'm probably going to change the arrangement as we go. Because there's some sections, like this first... I don't really know if that needs to be there. And then the pre-chorus, I don't know if that needs to be there the whole time. Because there's this whole chorus section is... Let's see, how long is it? Yeah, each chorus section is 1 minute and 10 seconds. And there's 3 of them. No, 4 of them. So I don't need